Okay, today we're going to be making a rosemary grilled chicken. To make sure you've got everything that you need, we're going to serve it with some veg. We'll nuke that in the microwave later. We're going to serve it with a serve of rosemary and garlic wedges to go with the rosemary grilled chicken as well. So you need a tray for the wedges, a frying pan or a griddle pan for the chicken. You need a breast of chicken. You need some lemon, some garlic, rosemary. I've got fresh rosemary here today, I'm very lucky. I can also use dried rosemary, it will work. Alright, so I'm just going to clear this surface. I've got some baking paper to stop things from sticking. Okay. For the wedges, I'm going to cut our potato. Bridge grip. Okay, so bridge grip, hand over the blade. Cut the potato in half. When it's in half, put the flat side down. Much easier, okay, much safer to do as well. You can then cut into 3 or 4, so you get nice wedges. It's a nice big potato. I'm going to put that into my bowl, ready to go. I'm going to go 4 on this one as well. So in half, and in half again, and in half again. I'm going to add a little bit of rosemary to that with a pair of scissors. Just even scissor snap those in. Alright, just nice and easily. Just a few, watch your fingers. Okay, some rosemary, some salt. I'm going to add some pepper. And a little bit, I'm going to get my tray ready now. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil as well with some baking paper, a little bit of olive oil. A spoon is absolutely plenty. Stir that through so it's all coated and combined. And then you're going to put it into an oven that's at 180 degrees. It's going to go in for about 10 minutes, 10-12 minutes. And then you're going to take it out and you're going to flip them over to brown the other side. Okay. So spread that out with your tray. Spread them out so they've got lots of room for them to brown. Okay, 180 degrees. For about 10 to 15 minutes, then we're going to flip them over. Okay, whilst those wedges are cooking, we're going to prepare our other ingredients ready for the rosemary chicken itself. I'm going to take a lemon. We're going to cut it lengthways, so we're going to cut it from the 2 pointy ends, okay, straight down, so that we can get some nice wedges happening. So again, knife down the center, hand over, protecting, cut through, okay. Easier when it's on a flat surface to keep the flat side there. And again, we're going to create a wedge. So into 3. Alright, I'm not going to use all of the lemon today, but it will be there, ready to serve. Okay, rosemary. It's 1 sprig of rosemary, but this is a small one, so I'm going to use 2. And you'll see that I'm just pulling back in the opposite direction to the way that the leaves are growing. Alright, so they're growing up at the moment. I'm running my fingers all the way from the top and stripping that down like that. I'm pinching off the other end. Bunch those all together. Keeping my fingers out of the way, but in a claw grip. I'm then just going to go backwards and forwards with my knife. Get my fingers right out of the way. Go across the top. My knife doesn't leave the board. I want it really, really fine. Okay. Always, if you're going to touch the blade, always away from the sharp part. Okay, so bring that back in. Okay, so it's nice and fine. So that now is ready for when I need it for my rosemary chicken. Okay, for the chicken itself, red board. If you've got a red knife, even better. If you don't have a red knife, then just change your knife. And at this stage, we're going to take the chicken onto the board and we're going to semi-open it up. And the way to do that is to get the chicken on its thickest part. Okay, keeping it nice and secure. Again, using the bridge grip, just to start to open that chicken up. Okay, what we're doing is we can then butterfly it. Alright, so we're going to cut that through now. Turn it round. Do the same on the other side. Okay, knife away. So we now want to flatten that a little bit, because that's going to make it a lot easier to fry and to grill it off later. Easy way of doing it is grabbing a piece of kitchen paper, baking paper, rolling pin, just flatten that through. Kitchen paper just makes it a little bit easier so that it doesn't stick. Okay, so that could probably even go a little bit thinner than that. Chicken breast, nice lean, high biological value protein. High biological value because it contains all of the essential amino acids that the body needs. Lean because the skin has been removed, that's where most of the fat is. Okay, so we've got our piece of chicken, all flat, ready to go. What we're going to do now is we're going to sprinkle the rosemary that we had onto our board, onto the red board now. Of course, keeping the different coloured boards if you can, or you can just change your boards, or you can even put cling film over a board to change it if you're just doing something like this, is so that we avoid cross-contamination. Okay, so that we're avoiding any of the bacteria that might be on the chicken going in contact with vegetables that may not get cooked later, for instance. Okay. We're going to add to that some salt and some pepper. We're going to take a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to pour a tiny bit on the chicken. I'm going to rub it into the chicken, give it a bit of a massage. And in that part, we can use the paper to help us to lift it onto the board. Pour a little bit more olive oil, just a bit. Rub that over. And even if that's broken like that, it doesn't matter. We're then going to flip that over. We're going to pick up all of that salt, the pepper that's on the bottom. And then we're ready to get cooking. Time to check our wedges to see how they're going. Make sure that the oven door is open completely, that you've got oven gloves, or you've got a very dry tea towel. Okay, you've got something to protect your bench. You'll see that our potatoes are looking pretty good at the moment. So I'm just going to flip those over. They'll only need a couple more minutes. And by the time that our veg are cooked and our chicken is cooked, we will be munching on Rosemary baked wedges. I'm at this stage just going to add a little bit of garlic powder on the sprinkle. They go back into the oven until our chicken and veg are cooked. I'm going to turn on my frying pan on high for about a minute. Whilst that's heating up, in a microwave proof bowl, I'm putting my veg with just a dash of water. Okay, and then going into the microwave for about 5 minutes on high. It's now time to fry our chicken. Okay, so it's nice and high. You can see that you've got steam and smoke coming off there, meaning it's beautiful and high. There's a little bit of oil already in the frying pan, and don't forget, I've already rubbed oil on to my chicken. Okay, so I'm going to very carefully, not putting my face over the frying pan, I'm staying away from it, and I'm going to put my chicken on. You'll hear a nice sizzle, and that's now going to cook for 3 minutes on each side. It's now on a medium heat. Whilst that's cooking, you get cleaned up. Okay, at the 3 minute mark, it's time to turn our nice and thin cooked chicken over. Look at those beautiful grill lines. Right, we're going to cook the other side now for another 3 minutes. Okay, whilst there's 1 minute of our cooking time to go, we'll grab those wedges out and grab those vegetables back from the microwave. Okay, look how beautifully brown that chicken is now. Right, there's enough there for one serve. You can have a snack later with the other one. At that stage, give a nice squirt with lemon juice with one of the wedges and serve it with another wedge on the side. And that is rosemary chicken with veg and wedge.